Hey Koda, how's it going? Hello everyone, and welcome to a very special CarCast episode where I'm barely in frame, and I have Koda with me. And we're gonna go drive to our friend's house, and me and Koda are both barely in frame, but you know, next time I'll use a GoPro because this one's not wide enough for this distance. But anyway, I thought it would be fun to record a car ride with Koda, especially because she loves car rides, but infamously gets very car sick. So we have a towel down on the seat and we'll see if she throws up. I know, baby, I know. So for those of you who don't know, this is Koda, aka Kodachrome, and she is my Japanese Spitz, and she is turning 6 this year. She's an old lady already. Yeah. So I got Koda in 2009, and it's a funny story. I had actually been planning to get a Japanese Spitz for a really long time. I just really loved the breed and wanted to get one. But then I had found a breeder locally and didn't put any money down, but you know, like said, or got on the list at least for a puppy, and then all of a sudden the breeder disappeared, and it was really awkward, and I was freaking out because, you know, it wasn't like I had put money down, so it wasn't a scam, but then, you know, I didn't know what happened to my puppy. I was like, oh, where's my puppy? I want it. And later I found out it's because the breeder's husband had passed away, which was really unfortunate, but they hadn't been in communication with me at all. Basically, they dropped off the face of the map after showing me pictures of the puppies, you know, and me imagining which one I was going to pick to be mine. So then I was pretty distraught about it. But then I happened to look on the Pet Central website. Pet Central was a pet store here in Hawaii that used to import dogs from breeders in Australia and New Zealand, because with the quarantine laws here, we don't need to have our dogs go through quarantine, because Australia and New Zealand also don't have rabies, much like Hawaii. So if we import dogs from the mainland US, we do need to have them go through quarantine, but any dogs from Australia or New Zealand have a much easier importing process. And so I looked on the Pet Central website, and it turns out they had these Japanese Spitz puppies, and I was like, oh my god! So I got my friend Kaeo to drive me down to Pet Central, because at the time I was weird about driving, like I didn't like driving, so yeah, I didn't want to drive. So he drove me down there, and there were 3 puppies. There was 2 girls and 1 boy, and one of the girls was already taken, and the boy was barking a lot. He was just like, bark, 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 bark. So of course I went for the quieter one. That was you. And yes, so I picked this dog, and I was like, well, I had already been saving money for a Japanese Spitz, so I bought a dog that day, and I was so happy because, you know, we went in the little pen to like meet the puppy, and she was so happy, and she's hi, 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 and she licked my face, and there's a photo of her licking my face. That was our first kiss, and I just fell in love, and I'm so glad that I got her. So, you know, it's like I call my mom, and I'm like, Mom, just bought a dog. She's kind of expensive, but so worth it. She was my best spontaneous purchase I ever made. So yeah, brought home a dog, and I've had her since 2009, and she's such a brat, but I love her so much. She's really smart, and her main flaw is that she gets car sick. I really love this breed, so I already want another one, but my husband Ed, he kind of is like, you know, he loves this dog. He was a little iffy about her at first, because I had her before we met, and he was like, oh, you have a little white fluffy dog. I can't walk that. Oh, what's the matter, honey? He was like, yeah, like, I'm not gonna walk a white fluffy dog, but he totally fell in love with her, just like everyone falls in love with her, because even though she's fluffy and seems like a prissy little dog, she's actually really cool. She's really smart, and she has a nice deep bark, and she's a good guard dog. So yeah, everyone loves this dog. She's all worried because we're at a stoplight right now, and she's like, wait, are we here yet? Are we gonna go outside? But yeah, we'll see if she lies down and then goes right out of frame, because she's not as good at cars. Like, I'm trying to break her into cars better. Like, the older she gets, the less car sick she gets. But one of the first things I ever did with her as a puppy was take her up Tantalus, which is like a mountain road here in Honolulu that's really windy. And of course she threw up, so that was her first experience in a car, and it probably wasn't very nice to do to the little puppy. She loves to go places. She loves to travel, and she's actually a frequent flyer because every time Ed and I go on a vacation or we go off island and my parents aren't going with us, then Coda gets to go ride the airplane to Maui. So she flies back and forth to Maui like 2 or 3 times a year. My parents have a really big yard on Maui, so she gets to be an outside dog instead of living in an apartment like she does here, and it's a lot cooler and she loves it so much. Oh, that's what I was saying earlier. Ed loves this dog, but we do want to get a dog eventually when we have a place that's suitable for it. That's what we call the Ed-sized dog. So our dream is actually that we're gonna have Coda for a while yet, so even though she's turning 6, you know, she'll probably live to be like 15 or 16 years old. She's a smaller dog at the least. And so we want to get a Samoyed, which is like a giant version of Coda. Coda is the Dallas-sized dog, and then Ed will have the Samoyed, which will be the Ed-sized dog. So Coda's full name is actually Kodachrome, like the slide film, so she's Kodachrome the Dog. And then Ed wants to name his dog, you know, we want to keep with the like camera photography names. So we're thinking about naming another dog Fuji, as in Fujifilm, or maybe Hasselblad, like the big camera, because I'll never be able to afford a Hasselblad. But I kind of like Fuji for a Japanese dog, and we kind of want to also get a Japanese Spitz, or not Japanese Spitz, a Shiba Inu someday, so maybe that one will be named Fuji. But not sure what we'll name the Samoyed. I can't live without this dog. And that's why I hate, like, I love traveling, but I miss her so much when I travel, and that's what sucks, because I am a total dog person. I love dogs. I kind of want to retire and have a ranch of dogs, because dogs are just my favorite animal ever. But then, you know, if you have all the dogs, you can't travel as much unless you have someone to help take care of them. So it's really hard, but I think it's worth it to balance both. Oh, what is it? Where are we, Coda? You're barely in frame. Let's see, what else is new, Coda? So today we're gonna go visit Coda's friend. Well, not really friend. Coda's frenemy. Yes, Coda has a frenemy. My friend Kao, the one who drove me to Pet Central when I first bought Coda, he has a young corgi puppy. She's pretty big now, actually, but him and his girlfriend Sherry, they have a corgi named Cricket, and Cricket's a girl. And so Coda, being a little like kind of bitchy princess that she is, does not like other girl dogs. She sees them as competition for affection and love. And she loves boy dogs. Like, she'll flirt with them. She's like, hey, 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 I love you, love on me. I'm so cute. And we're just like, oh, Coda. But with girl dogs, she's just like, oh, I don't like you. So we're trying to get her used to Cricket. And so we call them frenemies because, you know, their parents are friends, but Coda just is not having Cricket's hyperness. And Cricket really wants to be friends with Coda. She's always like, hi, 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 like, play with me. And Coda's like, you go away, and like growls at her and is so mean. So we gotta like get Coda used to her, because, sorry kids, we're pretty much family. Oh, speaking of kids, fun fact, Coda auto-corrects to kids on phones by default, and I think that's pretty funny. She is my kid. Watching the cars? Having a good time? Oh, green light, let's go. So the thing about Coda is that she completely understands me, and we actually have conversations every day. Like, I spend all day talking to my dog, and she talks back to me. It's kind of funny, because a lot of the time if she wants something, she sneezes for a yes. So when she's trying to get my attention, you know, she's like, you know, making her noises, like, hey, 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 pay attention. And I can actually go through a list of what I think she might want. So I can be like, do you want food? And if she does, she'll sneeze. And if she doesn't, she'll stay silent. And I'm like, do you want water? And again, yes is sneeze and no is silence. And then it's like, do you want outside? And it goes like that. So it's really funny because she understands each thing I'm asking and then knows when to say yes. And I think that's pretty cool. Coda, what do you want? You want food? You want food? Sit. Do you want water? Or do you want food? Oh, okay. She has key phrases too. When we used to live in army housing and Ed would be at work all day, it was a 2-story house, so it was kind of big, and we'd usually be upstairs in my office. So then she would hear Ed pull into the garage, and I would ask her like, hey, where's Daddy? And she'd get super excited. So unfortunately now where's Daddy means someone's coming, not necessarily where Ed is, which it's funny. So I have to still use it like that. So I'm like, where's Daddy? And when someone's coming, and she'll be like, oh, and get excited, but it's not like Ed can be in the room and she'll still be getting excited because she thinks someone else is coming. So that's a little bit of an unfortunate training response, but it works. So you can't see it on the video right now, but Ed totally dripped caramel on Koda last week, and now she has like stickiness on her fur that picked up dirt and she needs a bath. But she's kind of a pain to wash because she's a sponge and soaks up all the water and then stays wet for hours and hours no matter how much we're drying her. And we can't blow dry her because she hates it. Like, she just gets really mad and starts to try to bite us. So yeah, we can't blow dry her. And so giving her a bath is a huge ordeal, and we actually don't wash her that much. People don't believe us, but we actually only wash her a couple times a year because she sheds so much that all the dirt just kind of falls off of her with her fur. And so it's been said that Japanese Spitzes are called Teflon fur dogs because, yeah, they're just like non-stick. And you can just keep not washing them and they stay pretty clean. And they also don't have a really stinky smell. Like, they don't get that doggy smell. They are very, very pleasant smelling, actually, for a dog. Probably she'd get grosser if she was an outdoor dog and, like, lived in the yard all the time. So usually she does get a bath after going to Maui. But then just for a regular apartment living and walks twice a day, she stays really, really clean. It's nice. I can just bury my face in her and sleep with her as my pillow. Well, she lets me. The one thing about Koda is that she's got pretty thick fur, so it does get hot in Honolulu, especially because we don't have air conditioning in our apartment. And so she likes to cuddle with us in bed, but she'll only cuddle with us for so long and then make us move so that she can sleep next to the fan that we have going on the bed because she's like, it's too hot, your body, it's too hot. I hate it. Driving through Kaka'ako right now, and a bunch of people are painting over the graffiti walls because we have an event called Powwow Hawaii that's about to start next week. And what it is, it's like artists from all over the world come and paint walls, and then they paint over them once a year, and so that there's new paintings done. So unfortunately, I'm gonna miss Powwow this year because we're gonna be in Seattle, but I'm looking forward to coming back and seeing all the walls in the neighborhood changed because the art's really cool. And I have a lot of people who work on it. So I'll probably stick a link in the description below so everyone can check out Powwow Hawaii. Here I am, and I am going to go park now. So I hope you enjoyed this random car cast from me and Koda, and I will see you guys next time. All right, thanks.